Yo, legends! Coming up in this video, I'm going to go into one a little bit about the importance of what some of us might have lost with just with grounding, and I just basically divinely guided to go in nature and yeah, talk about a few things that can connect us more and just go for it. So I'm going to go out in nature now, and I hope you enjoy, and see you in a minute. Yo, legends! So I was divinely guided to do a little video about grounding, how significant it is. And when I done a meditation, I was given an acronym. Spells out no shoes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. Spells out no shoes. So firstly, grounding, so important, you know. Feet in the feet in on the ground. You know, we're all somewhat electromagnetic or electric beings. You know, we've got the electrocurrency of Mother Earth and stuff. We need to connect to that. And then look at all the people that are wearing shoes, even the indigenous now. It's so hard, and some of the synchronicity I've seen in places where they don't wear shoes is unbelievable. So I've worked in many indigenous communities, and they don't wear shoes unless they're told to, which is school, the education system, you know, because they want to stop the grounding. If everybody took off their shoes in the world right now, we'd be in a different place like that. I'm telling you, in a different place. That's how important grounding is. It's linked to getting rid of many diseases. And when one way or another, inflammation is one of the biggest causes to many different aspects of physical, psychological, mental, which is psychological, spiritual health. It's really bad, and that's one of the biggest targets that the hierarchy use. So not grounding causes that, and grounding gets rid of that, and you get more clarity. Everything comes in, the spiritual, the connect. Mother Earth is a living being, just like us. When we connect like this, it took me, 5 videos on YouTube until I realised, oh my God, I actually have to get in nature with my feet on the ground. And the comments and messages I got from people were just like, oh my God, you're completely different, you're grounded. And it's so true. So nature is really so important. Bare feet. One example, right? I was in the remote indigenous, a remote community with 5 or 6 indigenous camps around it. Only a community of like 3,000. But we played this football, soccer. Like, we done this community soccer, and we played proper games, 7 aside I think, or 6 aside, each week. And we were playing this game, right? And I was like, I had this little insight. I'm like, try and get this game to be bare feet. Try and convince people. So I went to the other team and I just said, oh, you know, we've got a couple of, you know, I don't know, someone's got an injury and they don't want to wear shoes, and I come out of all this crap, whatever come out of me, and ended up, we played this game, bare feet. And the game ended up like 5-4 or something. And some of the football I saw was so much more intricate than any of the other games that I played. And it was a really good game. It was faster than normal. It was more, people knew where they were. You know, I saw it so clearly. These people might not have seen it as clearly as what I did, but I just saw it. It was so unbelievable. I played much better than everybody did, because that's what happens with synchronicity. When you ground barefoot, I've seen some unbelievable stuff with synchronicity in the indigenous communities where everyone's just like, it's just like everything just works like magic. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's unbelievable. That's why sometimes like the indigenous footy, you know, with the Aussie rules footy, so some of the pieces that they play and some of the how they just know exactly where the ball is going to bounce. They're so on it. They're so like tapped in because they're wearing no shoes, man. It's that simple. I think shoes were, or artificial synthetic rubber was introduced around the 1960s. When you look at the revolution of the 60s and 70s, you know, we were so close to that. And then look at how our grandparents were so, you know, they tell real good stories about how they were just, you know, playing in the mud, and they were all at peace, and they were our childhoods were better. We didn't have all the shoes and not grounding and the artificial stuff and all that, you know. So just look at how different things were back in the day. Ask your grandparents, man. Like, look, I don't know if they've left any stories or writings or anything, but grounding is so important, especially right now. The dark does not want us grounding. That's why, like, shoes are such a, like, it's like people are addicted to shoes. You know, like the whole, like, having shoes for different things all the time, like, you know, Nike and whatever it is. You want the best shoes and this and that, and like air bubbles. Oh, that's really good for our barefoot all day. And then you look at the world. The, you know, concrete jungle everywhere takes us away. Rubber shoes takes us away from grounding. I mean, look at what's an example I can give? I suppose from a young age, yeah. So say I don't know, you're a 9-year-old. You wake up, and what do? You get ready to go to school, and then you put your shoes on, you have your breakfast or whatever, and then you walk to school with artificial synthetic rubber, which is insulating you from grounding, and then you walk on a path, or you go in a car, which it's not grounding. Then you go to school, and then you're doing, like, I don't know, like work. You're not grounded at all because your shoes. You might play sport, all protective equipment. Football, you get football boots. Running shoes, like whatever it is, even, like, you know, protecting everything, which takes us away from actually learning from our truth of having an accident, or, like, you know, falling down, getting up, same as what babies, you know, they're protected from birth in all sorts of things, and we're scared to let them out of our sight and all that. Oh man, it's just you know, so much. And then what happens? They walk home, they might play some activities outside, they're wearing shoes again. Then what? I mean, homework at night. They might watch a bit of TV programming, and then what? They go to bed. Probably the only time they take their shoes and socks off, and they're in bed. They're like elevated. They're not even touching the ground. And I think that you can get grounding mats and all this stuff, you know. And but just look at. I mean, this is a simple example of how easily programmed we've been to go away from grounding. We are Mother Earth. We are all one. We are all beings. This is our song, and it's being stolen from us, from beneath our feet, literally. Like, you know, and just. I mean, feel how it feels when you're in nature. It's calming when you're walking in the sand on a beach and the waves go over you, trickle over you. You feel it. You feel at ease. It's nice when you're wearing flip-flops, or even flip-flops, just having that air in your feet, you know. It's a summer feeling. It's all of that stuff, you know. Just barefoot. Yeah, I understand that some places are cold, but, you know, we get used to it. We adapt easy. Just like we adapt to shoes. I'm pretty sure that we'd adapt to no shoes. It's just so much easier than whatever, you know. Many of the indigenous are just like, Matt, you never wear shoes when you're with us. I'm like, nah, because it's just, I'm with you, man. I'm a youth worker, many children and stuff, and I want to be on that level. And I'm just amazed with what, you know, certain individuals come to me and they say messages, and I'm just so connected. Just literally take your shoes off, man. You know, people think that you're crazy. There's scientific evidence. There's so much evidence proving this, proving all of it. There's so much. It gets rid of disease. It connects you to everything, spiritually, to family. There's the empathy, compassion, kind-heartedness. It all links to that. No shoes, no shoes, no shoes. And yeah, man, just the calm, immune health. I mean, immunity is everything. It's everything. You build your immune system up. You can't get viruses in a raised vibrational state of high frequencies, because we're all frequency, energy, sound, and vibration. So, but we've lost our sound, we've lost our song, our vibrations have been put down, you know, not put down, but lowered massively. So shoes off, gets rid of disease and everything, you know, and the more of us that do it, the more we ascend so much quicker, so much quicker. So many legends know this stuff, you know, and heaven on earth is being it's already preordained, and all of the whole, you know, the one love, the balance, the easiness, the well-being, the yin, the yang, everything comes into this beautiful entwinement, this enchantment, this radiating oneness of us, the love of us. Literally, grounding is so important. Even if you're really, really busy, just like, man, like 10 or 15 minutes, just sit like this somewhere. Do your meditation outside. Don't do it indoors. Like, listen to the nature, listen to the birds, let the breeze hit your face, let the sun shine on your chakras, especially like now. There's a reason why I sat here. I know this is synchronized. There's a reason why I'm sitting with the sun going directly crown chakra, and it's just warming my energy, and it's like an energy that's coming through me because the sun as well. It's all natural. It's all part of grounding. You know, even the birds, they're coming out. As soon as I talk about grounding, it wasn't even that loud. Done a couple of videos. My last 2 videos on YouTube I just literally done now. So it's the what date is it? 28th of June today. 28th of June. So yeah, my last 2 videos on YouTube were the 28th of June as well. About, I think, I've just done it now. So about letting go, and then the COVID one. I don't know if I put that on YouTube. I'm still not sure. But yeah, and just owning our body, because it's physical, mental, and spiritual health, all linked to that grounding. You know, and look at all the ways that they try and stop us. You know, EMF rays, which weaken us massively. You can get these like orgonite pyramids. They're really, really good, and get sunlight on them. That's why I use them here now. Tourmaline, rose quartz, wicked connection. They really are. It's all part of grounding and owning our body, and just understanding that we are kind of in one way or another you know, kind of these electric pulsations. You know, it's we're linked to that spiritual energy, that whole electricity which comes down through Mother Earth, as above so below, and all in between. Grounding, shoes off. And also, yeah, the same with connecting with, you know, with water and natural, like bonfire, like, you know, get out your house sometimes a bit more. And that's what we're all doing this more now. But grounding's just so important. And yeah, just as synchronicity. I think that's probably a little bit about grounding from this video. But yeah, all the colours of nature, they do stuff to our, like, you know, you've heard of colour therapy and all of this different therapy and this like this kind of empathy and the downloads and the compassion that we can get into us. Everything, all of these colours of nature. You know, when we're walking around cities and reflections and pollution and cars and traffic and jobs and computers and TVs and stuff like that, it's doing so much harm to us, and we don't even realise it at the time. But like, yeah, I mean, you sleep under the stars for a week, you'll know what I mean. You like lay down in the grass, you know what I mean. Like, I'm not saying go and hug trees and stuff, but like, I mean, why can't we climb some with our bare feet? You know, sit in a tree and just chill out, listen to some music, get out. You know, especially in cities, man. That's why they want all these cities, and they're trying to make mega cities in the world. They're trying to do this because they want to disconnect us totally. You know, rubber shoes, man. Take them off. Much love. Grounding. Boom. Peace.